Introduction: The Glass Cage. The ultimate deception is letting your enemy believe they have already won. For 3 years, you believed you were the hunter. But tonight, as that small, unsecured green light on your integrated webcam glows steadily in your pitch-black room, the cold truth hits you like a physical blow. Look closely at your monitors. The scrolling data streams have frozen. Your terminal inputs are entirely locked out. The empire you just dismantled wasn't a criminal marketplace. It was a beautifully engineered digital mirror designed to reflect your exact forensic methodologies back to the architects who built it. They didn't just want to stop the breach. They wanted to see who was smart enough to crack it. And now they are looking directly at you. The text on your screen sits there, mocking your elite credentials. "We knew you would come, agent. Welcome to the next phase." Your heart rate spikes, but your hands remain completely steady on the desk. This is the psychological threshold where amateur operators panic and pull the power plug, instantly corrupting their systems and leaving themselves completely blind. But you are not an amateur. You know that pulling the plug now means letting them win. They want you terrified. They want you moving fast and making sloppy mistakes. Instead, you take a deep breath, stare right back into the lens of that compromised camera, and prepare to execute the most dangerous counteroffensive of your entire career. You have exactly 8 minutes before their secondary payload permanently burns through your localized firmware. Level 1. The Air-Gapped Counterstrike. The green light on the webcam blinks once, a silent confirmation that a live video feed of your face is currently traveling across global relays to a hidden military command center overseas. Your main operating system is completely compromised at the kernel level, meaning the enemy has higher administrative privileges over your own machine than you do. Every keystroke you type is being logged in real time. To fight a ghost that controls your eyes, you have to move where they cannot see. Beneath your desk sits a secondary, entirely isolated workstation. This machine is completely air-gapped, meaning it has absolutely no physical or wireless connection to the internet, your local area network, or your compromised main terminal. You swing your chair around, turning your back to the webcam, completely cutting off their visual assessment of your hands. Working entirely from memory, you fire up the air-gapped machine and connect the raw, unformatted hardware diagnostic bus directly into the physical PCIe slots of your burning main terminal. This is an aggressive low-level hardware interception technique known as direct memory access tapping. By bypassing the compromised operating system entirely, you are reading the physical lines of copper on your motherboard to see exactly what data is being pulled from your RAM. On the clean air-gapped monitor, the real battlefield finally materializes. The malware isn't a standard Trojan. It's a highly advanced hardware-level Hypervisor rootkit. It has installed an invisible virtual operating system beneath your actual Windows kernel, intercepting every command before it even reaches your CPU. But now that you can see it through the physical DMA tap, the illusion is broken. You isolate the specific memory addresses handling the outbound webcam video stream and forcibly inject a corrupted, looping 2-second video empty chair into the transmission buffer. The green light stays on, but on the other side of the world, your captors are now staring at a ghost. Level 2. Deconstructing the beacon. With the visual feed successfully faked, you buy 3 minutes of breathing room. But the main threat remains. They know your IP address and coordinates. They are preparing a network assault to wipe your neighborhood grid to eliminate evidence. You look at the DMA data stream on your air-gapped monitor, focusing on the Rootkit's outbound beacon. This advanced persistent threat uses domain fronting, hiding malicious traffic inside legitimate HTTPS requests directed at trusted cloud providers. To the outside world, it looks like standard software updates. but you dive straight into the encrypted TLS handshake certificates using your packet parsing matrix. Domain fronting relies on one flaw. The outer host header matches a legitimate site, but the inner encrypted HTTP host header points straight to the enemy's real command node. Using an unpatched routing flaw, you strip away the outer validation layer mid-transit. The mask slips. The master server's hidden IP address flashes onto your screen. It is originating from an underground data center in a non-extradition jurisdiction. You have mapped the exact digital coordinates of the mastermind's command fortress. Level 3. The Active Honeypot Reversal. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. The main terminal's temperature monitors indicate the processor is running at maximum capacity. The enemy is forcing a hardware-level voltage spike to permanently fry your motherboard. They want to burn your system, so you build a better furnace. Since their rootkit maintains an open administrative pipe, that tunnel works both ways. You initialize an offensive deception framework, the reverse honeypot. You compile an artificial database directory labeled with enticing clearance tags, Global Deep Web Asset Registry, Final Copy. Inside, every document is a weaponized Canary token wrapped in a memory corruption vector, a digital landmine masquerading as prime intelligence. You relax your firewalls for a fraction of a second, simulating a crash. The enemy's automated scraping scripts take the bait and pull the files. The moment the first master file hits their remote server, the Canary token detonates, forcing their server to execute an internal memory leak that mirrors their entire directory layout back to your machine. Level 4. Piercing the Dark Nexus. 1 minute left. The fans are whining at a deafening pitch, but on your air-gapped monitor, stolen data from the enemy's fortress streams down in beautiful white text. The reverse honeypot completely shattered their anonymity layers. You are staring directly at the central nervous system of the cyber warfare cell. Your monitors display their internal panels, active logs, targeted global agents, and the cryptographic master kill switch for their global malware network. The mastermind realizes the breach and initiates an emergency catastrophic purge sequence, deploying a destructive wiper utility to destroy both their infrastructure and your downloads simultaneously. The download progress bar hovers at 82%. It is a raw race against processing speed. 10 seconds. Your main terminal's cooling fails, and the screens go completely black as the system protects itself and shuts down. But your air-gapped machine keeps drawing data from the DMA tap until the very last microsecond. 5 seconds. The progress bar hits 100%. The entire database is safely locked inside your offline storage array. Absolute, suffocating silence fills your room. The green webcam light is dead. You successfully extracted the true identities of the world's most dangerous state-sponsored syndicate, saved field assets, and neutralized their offensive grid. You survived the ultimate honeypot. But as you reach down to physically eject the master drive from your air-gapped machine, your localized smart home lights suddenly flicker and turn a solid, unblinking crimson. Your smartphone, sitting completely idle on the desk next to you, lights up with an encrypted call from an unlisted number. A mechanical, synthesized voice speaks through your phone's speaker before you can even lift it up. Impressive performance, Agent. You destroyed our servers, but you forgot one fundamental rule. We didn't need the digital network to find your front door. Look outside your window. A cold sweat breaks across your neck. You slowly stand up, walk toward the heavy curtains of your study, and peer out into the dark, quiet street below. High-powered black SUVs are idling silently at the edge of your driveway, their headlights completely off. What is your next move? Do you attempt to execute a physical escape with the master drive, or do you deploy your house's localized smart grid blackout defense system to trap them in the dark? Leave your survival strategy in the comments below.